It's like, where's your ring, Nelly? I was like, hey, listen.
When you see a married man, like a man with a ring, sometimes they're more attractive.
No.
So that's going to be a problem
I've never heard that.
You heard it.
Tell me more. What they say about that?
No one is talking about this. But when Ashanti and Nelly opened up about how married men suddenly seem more attractive once they've got that ring on their finger, fans were not ready for how real things got. What started as a playful moment between the couple quickly turned into a viral conversation that's dividing the internet. And trust me, you'll want to watch this clip till the very end, because what Ashanti said next left everyone screaming. It all happened during a recent behind-the-scenes interview segment that was meant to be lighthearted. Nelly and Ashanti were laughing, talking about how marriage changes a person, not just emotionally, but in how people treat them. Then Ashanti dropped the line that's now echoing all over social media. You know, it's crazy how when a man gets that ring, suddenly everybody else wants him. The host laughed, thinking it was just playful teasing, but Ashanti wasn't done. With a smirk, she added, "Ladies be waiting for my husband to hit the stage, just so they can throw bras on him again. But guess what? That ring means he's coming back home to me." The crowd erupted in laughter and applause, but online, that moment hit differently. Within hours, the clip went viral on X and TikTok. Fans began dissecting every second, analyzing whether Ashanti was being lighthearted or subtly territorial. One viral comment read, "Ashanti said it like a joke, but she meant every word. Period." Another user posted, "She's right though. Marriage doesn't scare people off anymore. It makes them want what they can't have." And then came the flood of reactions from women and men, sharing their own experiences. Some agreed with Ashanti, saying people really do become more desirable once they're off the market. Others accused her of sending mixed messages. "So, are we romanticizing taken men now?" one user tweeted. The debate spiraled fast. Meanwhile, Nelly, sitting right next to her during that interview, couldn't stop laughing. He leaned in, shaking his head, saying, "Man, I been telling y'all, these ladies been bold since day one." But the way Ashanti looked at him after he said that, it wasn't just love. It was that playful, confident, I know who I got kind of energy that fans adore. Moments later, the couple started reminiscing about their old tour days. Nelly admitted he used to get bras and numbers thrown at him back in the early 2000s. But this time, he said, it hits different now. When you've got someone real waiting at home, all that other noise don't mean a thing. Fans immediately clipped that quote, calling it one of Nelly's most mature moments yet. Underneath one post, a fan commented, "Growth looks good on him. You can tell he's not the same Nelly from 10 years ago." Another wrote, "Ashanti brought peace into that man's life." Still, some couldn't help but point out how bold Ashanti's statement was. Many saw it as her drawing a boundary, a message to any woman thinking about stepping out of line. One TikTok creator even captioned the clip, Ashanti basically said, "Play with me if you want, but remember who he's married to." It became a trend. Even celebrity blogs jumped in. The Shade Room reposted the clip with the caption, "Ashanti keeping it real. Married men got that glow." The comment section quickly filled with mixed reactions. Some fans called her confidence refreshing, while others accused her of sounding possessive. But here's the thing. Those who know Ashanti personally say her humor has always had that mix of realness and sass. She knows how to make a point without losing her charm. And during that moment, she wasn't just talking about Nelly. She was talking about the reality of fame, attraction, and how relationships evolve under the spotlight. Behind the laughter, Ashanti's tone carried something deeper. A quiet awareness that being in love publicly also means being tested publicly. For every compliment and couple goals comment, there's a whisper, a DM, a temptation somewhere waiting to challenge that peace. As she told the interviewer, "It's part of the game. But I know my man, and he knows me." The ring doesn't make the love. It just symbolizes the commitment we already had. That line alone turned into hundreds of reposts, with fans calling it the realest thing Ashanti ever said. The couple's chemistry was undeniable, and for fans who've watched them grow from a 2000s "what if" to today's powerhouse love story, this was another chapter in their evolution. But the internet being the internet, the debate wasn't over yet. Because later that night, something happened during Nelly's performance that made Ashanti's joke look a little too accurate. When the lights dimmed and Nelly hit the stage that night in Barbados, the crowd's energy was electric. It wasn't just another show. It was Nelly's first major appearance since officially calling Ashanti his wife. Cameras flashed, fans screamed, and yes, bras were already flying before he even finished the first verse of Hot in Here. Ashanti was backstage, smiling proudly, at least at first. Witnesses said she was cheering, recording clips, and even dancing along. But halfway through his set, when a few overexcited fans started yelling, "Nelly, you still got it!" and tossing lingerie toward the stage, the expression on Ashanti's face changed, from amused to a very "I told y'all this would happen" kind of look. Social media wasted no time capturing that moment. Someone zoomed in on Ashanti's reaction, posting, "The way she rolled her eyes when that bra hit the floor, iconic." Another fan captioned it, "Ashanti said it earlier. She knew this energy was coming." But Nelly, ever the professional, played it cool. He laughed, picked up one of the bras, and said into the mic, "Y'all wildin' out tonight. My wife backstage, don't get me in trouble now." The crowd roared, but you could tell he meant it. He quickly set the item aside and went back to performing. But that tiny moment had already gone viral. By the time the concert ended, clips were circulating across every major platform. One headline read, "Nelly handles fans' wild gesture like a married king. Ashanti watches on." But others were a bit more dramatic. Did Ashanti just get a taste of her own prediction? Fans began revisiting her earlier statement about women waiting for her husband to hit the stage and throw bras at him. One user tweeted, "Sis literally manifested it in less than 24 hours. Another added, "That's how you know she knows her man's fan base too well." But amidst the playful chaos, something really stood out: Nelly's response after the show. Instead of ignoring it, he jumped on Instagram Live later that night, still smiling, saying, "Man, y'all don't make this easy. I told y'all, my lady watching, I can't even pick up a mic without somebody throwing something." Ashanti joined the live briefly, laughing, saying, "I told you, they couldn't wait." Her tone was warm but teasing, and you could feel the chemistry between them even through the screen. Nelly responded, "Yeah, but they ain't got what I got. You're the prize, baby." Fans in the comments went wild, flooding the chat with heart emojis. That single moment reminded everyone of why people root so hard for this couple. Their connection feels real, playful, and unfiltered. It's not about perfection. It's about how they handle those imperfect public moments with grace and humor. Still, not everyone saw it that way. Some blogs twisted the situation, suggesting that Ashanti was marking her territory or feeling insecure. Others argued that she was simply being honest about the realities of fame and female attention. "It's not insecurity," one fan defended on X. "It's awareness. She's seen this game before." Industry insiders later revealed that Ashanti and Nelly actually laughed about it once the cameras were off. According to one backstage witness, they were cracking up. Ashanti told him, "See, that's exactly what I meant. Now you owe me a dinner for calling it." It's moments like that which show how far they've come. Years ago, things like this might have caused tension. But now, they've both matured, their love grounded in humor, respect, and experience. But here's where things got even more interesting. Because a few days later, Ashanti took to her Instagram stories and reposted a clip from that night with the caption, "Can't stop what's meant for you, trow forever my husband." That single post reignited fan debates about whether her comment was a subtle clapback or simply love expressed boldly. Then a fan asked during a Q&A, "So Ashanti, what did you mean when you said married men are more attractive?" Her reply? Just 2 words. "Ask the ladies." And with that, the firestorm was reignited. But it was her next post, and what fans think she meant by it, that had everyone rethinking what's really going on behind the scenes. Within hours of Ashanti's cryptic, "Ask the ladies" post, the internet lit up like wildfire. Fans, gossip pages, and relationship podcasts all tried to decode what she meant. Was it playful? Was it shade? Or was she hinting at something deeper about fame, love, and loyalty? One post on the Neighborhood Talk read, "Ashanti said what she said. Married men just hit different. The confidence, the energy, the peace. She's not lying, though." Another fan commented, "She's right. A good man in love glows different. And Nelly been glowing since that wedding." Still, some critics thought the timing was too perfect. They speculated that her post was a subtle message after seeing the onstage fan chaos. One tweet even said, "Ashanti dropping cryptic captions like she in a Drake song. Sis knows how to keep us talking." But sources close to the couple quickly clarified that it wasn't that deep. One insider revealed, Ashanti was just being herself, confident, funny, and real. She wasn't throwing shade at anyone. She was celebrating what love looks like when it's healthy. Nelly, on the other hand, kept it light. During a radio interview in St. Louis a few days later, the host asked about the bra-throwing moment. He chuckled and said, "Listen, that's part of the job. But now that I got a wife, I can't even blink wrong. Ashanti watching everything." The room erupted in laughter. But then he added sincerely, "Nah, for real though, she makes me better. That's real love right there." Fans couldn't get enough of that statement. One viral post on Instagram quoted him, "She makes me better." The caption underneath read, "When a man is proud of his woman, the world can tell." And that's when something beautiful happened. Instead of fueling more drama, this entire conversation shifted into a celebration of commitment and maturity. Both Ashanti and Nelly started getting praised for showing how love can evolve, even under public pressure. A relationship blogger wrote, "Ashanti and Nelly aren't just giving us nostalgia, they're giving us growth. They show that love the second time around can be wiser, deeper, and softer." Thousands of fans agreed, leaving comments like, "They deserve this peace after everything they've been through." Meanwhile, Ashanti kept her sense of humor alive. She posted a clip of Nelly performing again, this time with the caption, "No bras were thrown this time, progress." The comment section was flooded with laughter and heart emojis. But then, just as everyone thought the story had cooled off, Ashanti shared one more post that melted hearts everywhere. It was a photo of her holding Nelly's hand, both wearing matching rings, with the words, "The real flex is peace." That one sentence told the world everything they needed to know. Despite the noise, the jokes, and the constant attention, Ashanti and Nelly are standing strong, grounded in love and laughter. Still, fans couldn't help but speculate what's next. With their chemistry stronger than ever, some believe this new energy might even translate into music. "Imagine an Ashanti and Nelly love duet," one fan wrote. "The world ain't ready for that vibe." Insiders have reportedly hinted that the couple has been in the studio together, but they're keeping things private until the timing feels right. If true, this could be one of the most anticipated R&B collaborations of the decade. And as one fan beautifully summed it up in a viral comment, "From throwing bras to throwing love, that's real growth." It's safe to say, Ashanti and Nelly have officially turned their public love story into something inspiring, real, mature, and completely unbothered by the noise. Because at the end of the day, married or not, these two don't just look good together. They've found peace, partnership, and purpose in each other.